Recording a podcast.
The podcast?
A podcast. The best podcast you may or may not have heard of. The Dirt Nerds Podcast. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode on video, not live, but video, of the Dirt Nerds Podcast with me, your host with the most, Elliott Aldrich, and Duane Dipshit Hancock.
The most cupcakes,
Host with the most.
pink shoes, pink
Again,
dresses.
You got a problem with that?
No,
That's what I thought.
no.
That's what I thought, because you come over here every week, so
But I am scared this week.
you need to look in the mirror at yourself.
I'm very scared.
Why is that?
because You gave me a cup of drink,
Mm-hmm.
and I am not your type because you gave me the best husband ever cup. I'm not.
It's because you're my bitch.
It's kind of.
We've been over this.
It's kind of uncomfortable.
You're my bitch.
kind of
And
uncomfortable.
see, I know because you keep it on the table so the camera can see it.
That's why I got to
So
turn like
I
this.
know you're proud. That you're
No.
a proud husband, and that
No.
is a good thing.
I am not proud.
I hope every AFCS sprint car driver listens to this episode.
Yeah.
It gives you some awesome more fake awards, hopefully, during the season. Any
What are you
AFCS
talking
sprint
about,
car
fake
drivers
awards? There's not fake
listening,
awards.
best, Duane May's a good husband, and you guys should
No.
reward him for that throughout the
No husband.
season in 2021. Just saying,
Wong does not play that game.
all sprint car drivers listening, and the AFCS that race at Attica or Fremont, just remember, Duane would love some awards this 2021 season because he's
Hey.
such a damn good husband.
Hey, I got an award last
Yeah.
year from the drivers.
I know, and
then
this
I
year,
got the #1 Dirt Nerds Personality Award this weekend.
yeah, from someone with no personality of all things.
So
Kind of
he's got
weird.
excellent personality.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
good at kissing ass.
Oh,
maybe that's for him actually. That's for I mean, you and him should probably share that cup.
no.
Yeah, probably true.
No. Hey,
Anyway.
Dirty Devin didn't even vote for you. I
That's
found out.
fine.
He did not.
I'm okay with that.
Your
I'm
man crush
completely
did not
okay.
even vote for you.
That's fine. You're my man crush, Duane. I got you the
Fool.
I got you
Okay.
the glass.
I gotta leave now.
Oh.
Is Randy coming over? Because I gotta go.
Nope.
I'm tapping out.
Nope, doors are locked too. All right, what's going on, everyone? We're back. Another warmer day, at least. It's not fucking -40 out anymore. At least we're warming up.
Now there's water
Yeah, now we're just gonna have to deal with muddy, crappy grayness until
kayak
May. But
that I don't have.
maybe with a little luck, it'll dry out enough to get some decent weather for racing in a month, supposedly at Attica. Our buddy Devin, just talked about him, was at the track last week and had some nice 2-3 foot drifts of snow throughout the grandstand. So,
And they got all the steel and stuff for the new grandstands behind the grandstand buried in the snow right now, and it's gonna be 1,100 seats.
oh wow,
Yes,
that's a lot.
supposedly they're gonna be really nice. from
Good.
What I hear, 7 rows of aluminum bleachers.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
Cool.
Must be nice.
So before we get too far, we got to talk about our sponsors. We got two
Yes.
of them. The first one, our friends over at propane.com.
Propane.com.
We do a jingle to start and then we
com.
do one at the end.
Oh,
But anyway, we talk about our friends over at propane in the propane world being essential workers, keeping energy flowing.
Yes.
Interesting thing going on if you're throughout the central, western, southern area of Texas,
Texas.
in the
Y'all.
great state of Texas, y'all. You've noticed they got no power, they got no energy going on right now, and I can tell you what, propane can solve a lot of those
They
issues.
can.
It's actually interesting if you've been paying attention to the whole thing. I've paid loose attention to it. I don't know the ins and outs by any means, but there's actually fossil fuels banned in some of these neighborhoods and areas. They're drawing purely electric because it's safer for the environment. Well, when you get an
Yeah,
unprecedented,
that didn't work so well.
yeah, unprecedented snowstorm and everyone's pulling the grid, guess what? It don't work very well.
Yeah.
A lot of those people
Good thing our government wants us to do that all over
Yeah.
the United
I
States.
think it's a good example of why that scenario won't work in the near future anyhow. But propane could solve a lot of those problems. Have it
Yeah.
been allowed, and it burns clean. That's the thing. Fossil fuels are banned, but propane's actually clean burning. So
well, and speaking of that, one of our area drivers that lives in Texas just came up from Texas, left Wednesday, and he's back in his Fremont home. TJ Michael,
yeah,
getting ready to hit the All-Star Tour. Well, they're going to race in a couple weeks in Mississippi. Seen him Saturday, and he said their house, his dad's house, had some pipes in that break. He says so. Yeah.
Well,
so this is for real deal down there. He says,
and the World of Outlaw sprint cars had to cancel their date next weekend.
Well, did you see the propane deal up in Michigan?
No.
Governor Stretch and Gretchen there. She
Whitler.
Yes, Stretch and Hitler. She she put some type of regulation on it that you can only get so much or something at a time. That way everybody gets proper, that it's being delivered and distributed equally or rightfully and all that too.
Interesting. I did not read that. I'll have to look.
Oh yeah, that just happened a day or two ago. She put some.
I don't pay attention to what she says very much, so
yes,
as many people lately haven't. But
no.
So yeah, our friends over at propane.com, they're trying to help people. They want to help people.
That's right.
You know, just got to let them help.
Hopefully, all of our listeners in Texas go get a propane heater. Help your problems.
It's very unfortunate what's going on down there, and it's kind of a interesting deal. Not all human error by any means. Some other issues going on, but for example, propane would have been a helpful solution.
Yes.
So thanks to our friends over at propane.com.
Propane.com.
There you go.
.com.
Our next sponsor, The Whistle Stop.
Whoa.
In Ansonia, Ohio. As always, we talk about how good their food is. We still talk about how we have to get down there before racing season starts. But
we should get this
great pizzas, great burgers, great beers.
Yes.
Keno.
True.
I don't know what else. Pull tabs on. Duane got the whole experience when he went. So
let's see what else.
I don't know.
Chili. They had good chili.
Good chili.
Yes.
They deliver. They carry out. Great help. Yep. Yes. Great people working there as well. But yeah, they got delivery, online orders. I'm sorry, delivery, online ordering, carry out, pickup window, all the good stuff. And I believe in Ohio you can still carry out mixed drinks. So
I believe
there you go.
It's National Margarita Day today.
Oh,
so I mean, people ain't gonna listen to this till tomorrow, but go buy one tomorrow from the Whistle.
You can always celebrate Margarita Day. It's never too late.
Yeah.
You can always say 364 more days.
That's true.
Margarita Day.
But yeah, I seen a post from Whistle Stop the other day. It's like,
I know it's hard, right?
Look good.
It's annoying. It's one of those things where you're just like, son of a bitch, I gotta get there.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should plan a day on Saturday or something. I don't know. I gotta work till 2, but
that sucks.
I'll be okay. It'll be a good time. Get down there, have a nice cold beer after work.
2 hours after work.
Well, yeah, I'll be okay.
That's funny. So yeah, our friends over at the Whistle Stop Bar and Grill, especially like we talk about racing going on, Eldora especially, right down the road down in Ansonia, Ohio. Get over there, call ahead, order online, pick up at the window if you want. If you're camping I always put it like this: if you're camping at Eldora, you don't feel like cooking, you can literally make a phone call or get online, drive 8 minutes, if that, to the pickup window, pick it up, bring it right back to your campsite. Still going to be hot, still going to be ready to eat. So yeah, happy to have our friends over at the Whistle Stop on board. They, like many places, Tuesday had to open late or close.
Yeah,
we had a record snowstorm here, so most of the area was actually, I think it was worse down their way even. So
yes, it was pretty big.
Yes,
all around.
But they were open eventually on Tuesday to help out all the hardworking plow trucks and all those folks out there. So whistlebarandgrill.com to get your order in. Save 10% with the code TRAIN, TRAIN, for your drive-through delivery, online ordering and such. Whistlebarandgrill.com. Sweet.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about? Anyway.
Races.
So
races.
First, we're getting thin on races, which we're not supposed to be because Word of Outlaws are supposed to be racing, but that's gone to hell.
Does not work in the same sentence, just so you know.
And look in the mirror.
I do. And I don't work for me.
Yeah, both of us are the fucking epitome of a healthy lifestyle, I'm sure. So we should be racing more now with Word of Outlaws being off with bad weather down out the southeast, and now Texas, postponing. So a lot of those teams are still in Florida, just hanging out.
And the Western Swing starting got canceled too now.
Yep.
Because some of them's limited capacity. I mean, Keller Speedway opened up Saturday night. I watched that. Well, kind of I kept falling asleep, but could have been for some other reasons. Might have had, a few drinks. But anyways, that was a pretty good show. They had 41 360s.
Yeah.
Opening.
I saw like Carson Macedo was on hand and
Tim
Selzies
and there's some good guys. Sugar Shane Golick won.
Yeah. So
Macedo had a hell of a battle. I don't know if you caught any of that.
I didn't. I wasn't able to watch that one. I forgot it was on, to be honest. I was watching the Extreme Dirt Car race for a little while, which is kind of the headline I have on my list here, where Ross Bales won Saturday at what was it, Mountain View, Lakeview, Florida, South Carolina.
That was Lakeville, Florida.
No, it was South Carolina.
Was it?
Yeah, because I looked myself because I was like, where in the hell is that track at? And then Sunday they raced over at Cherokee, the place your mama warned you about.
Yes.
And Chris Madden won and led every lap as well.
Yes. See, I thought Lakeville was like right across the line in Florida, but what do I know?
Yeah. Lakeview, South Carolina.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wonder how big the lake is that you can view.
I don't know.
Kyle, he could probably tell us. I know Kyle, I think, was there yesterday.
Could be a pond in the middle of the track for all we know.
Could be.
But Ross Bales, Matthew Nance, Clay Knight, Dustin Mitchell, Stuart Friesen, your top five.
Friesen
notable Kyle Strickler 7th, Chris Madden 8th. That on Saturday. So run over to Sunday.
Yeah, there's something with Friesen on, I think, Sunday. Maybe got disqualified in heat or something happened.
It was a one spin in your. Well, no, he said, I just saw on his Twitter because I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
He said, "What's with the one spin and you get your spot back rule?
Yeah.
Who's in charge of that?" And then I saw he tweeted today a picture of Sam Driggers and said, I talked to him. He said he's in charge of it, but it's used with very much discretion or something.
And I didn't know Sam was in charge of the Extreme Dirt Car thing.
I didn't either because it's not UMP, which has kind of been his bread and butter.
Right. Which I was kind of surprised when he had Sam's picture. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know Sam was part of that deal. But yeah, it sounds like he got hosed on the call, basically.
I think so, yeah.
Because he had to go through the B main, won the B main, and started the end of the A main and raced up to 5th. So
yeah, and I thought I watched his heat, and I don't know if
I thought it was something from a jump. I thought.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know because on a couple heats or maybe the one heat, again, I'm very vague on details. Someone spun on a start, and I think they got their spot back, and that might have been what it is. But there was another heat where someone spun with like 5 laps to go or something too.
It's not like he got the bad end of the call.
Yeah. But the Frostbite 40 at Cherokee yesterday, Chris Madden, Ross Bales, Kyle Strickler, Adam Yarbrough, and Stuart Friesen, top 5 again. So next week is the final Extreme Dirt Car race, 25-point gap between Strickler and Chris Madden. So that'll be an interesting.
That is at
I can't remember. I want to say it's a Tennessee track.
Yeah, I do too. Not for, is it 411? No, I can't remember.
I know. I'm bad too. Oh, I thought maybe it was 411. It's not.
It might be.
Might be.
I don't remember.
Shows you what we know.
Yeah.
You know.
Why do anybody listen to us?
Nobody does. So yeah, that's what's going on in the Extreme Dirt Car. Other thing caught my eye, speaking of 360s, the USCS Sprint Car Series, which actually stands for United States Sprint Car Series, but anyway.
Yes.
Or something. So the CS is Sprint Car Series. Anyway, raced down at Southern Raceway in Milton, Florida, and was rained out on Friday night, so they shifted to a Sunday program.
Sunday afternoon.
Instead of a Friday, Saturday like originally intended. But good field of cars on hand. Tim Schaefer winning Saturday. Surprise here, Mark Smith winning Sunday. And I believe Schaefer was second on Sunday even. So in the Hefner 72.
Yeah, I was surprised. I stayed down there. I watched a little bit of it. Just towards the end of it, or no, somebody had a feed or something.
There was
they had a bad connection.
Yeah,
and they had a.
And USCS posted saying, "Hey, sorry, we're having issues."
Yeah, I seen part of a video on Facebook, and it sounded like Schaefer dominated because he started on the front row. And but and
Paulie Colagiovanni, was up front too.
He was.
I think that's how you say his name.
So was Zane Duvall. Both nights, or both guy that races in our region.
Chase Dunham was down there too.
Yeah. He didn't finish the one night, or didn't start the A main, or didn't
So he
start
was
the
in
one
a
night.
B main on Sunday night.
Yeah, and he had issues Saturday night too. I think I don't even think he started or had some type of issue, which probably carried into Sunday then if he was in B.
Yeah. So that was what we see here, blah blah blah. Yeah, Mark Smith second on Saturday when Tim Schaefer won, so they just flipped the top 2 spots on both nights. Which, hey, I mean, with those 2 names, it's not that big of a surprise, I guess.
The icebreaker got canceled.
Yep.
At Lincoln, but they were scraping snow yesterday. They had videos of it, and it's supposed to be like 42 or 3 there. Now the problem is it's supposed to be flurries in the morning and scattered rain till like mid-afternoon on Saturday. Right now,
yeah,
we'll see, and that's a handful of days away yet. So see, but they're gonna try.
Yeah, and I will say that was one thing with our snowstorm is usually our weathermen like 3 to 5, 4 to 6 inches of snow, and you get 3 or 2 inches. This one, they were pretty dead on.
Pretty dead on. Clarksville, Tennessee's opening up this weekend too with the Toilet Bowl.
The Toilet Bowl Classic, yep.
And so rumor is, or from what I hear, some of our Ohio guys are going there. I know Rusty Slank, Kyle Shipley. Rumor is maybe even Mikey Boer sighting down there.
Wow, interesting.
So yeah,
cool.
Be interesting.
Yeah, so the only other stuff news-wise that is broke, like we said, the Word of Outlaw schedule changes happen.
Yes.
So
but it sounds like they're going to try to schedule some in, because California's done through March, maybe schedule some in some different parts.
The Texas and Louisiana date that they had to is it was it Revolutionary Speedway?
Yeah, but that's moved to like March 13th or something.
Yeah, so the dates that they have this weekend they had to postpone. Those are not cancellations through Texas and Louisiana.
But it sounds like they want to try to add a few off of that since California's canceled.
Yeah. I still wonder they
need to.
Still wonder what's up with the Word of Outlaws and like their schedule, and the biggest kick in the nuts to me is the Wayne County thing.
Oh,
like I feel like it was let's use and abuse a few tracks in 2020 just because we needed dates and then then we're out the door. But I don't know the full story, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why. I was reading a post that someone's like, "What? No, I can't remember the other place, but Wayne County, no, somewhere else." Yeah. And then it was like, yeah, I mean,
well, that's the All-Stars kind of did the same thing down to the tracks down,
through Oklahoma and such. Yeah.
So, but that's what they do: get their shows in, get their schedule, or get their sponsors, and which it sounds like All-Stars in the transition of a sponsor. So
interesting.
Yeah. So
for this year.
Yes. Yeah, because
I've been seeing many people post like they haven't been using them in social media or but it's still like on their website. So
yeah, well, it sounds like that's going to be replaced or trying to be replaced, anyways. The way it sounds. So
interesting.
Yes,
we'll see what happens with that. The other news, which was announced, I believe today as we speak, Zeb Wise.
Yeah, a few hours ago,
announced that him and someone named Wayne Pretty,
which he's helped like Jason Johnson and some people. I mean, he's helped some pretty
as a name I don't recognize and I don't know who it is or anything, but announced they're going to join the All-Star Circuit of Champions full time for 2021.
Yeah, both be co-owners.
So anything interesting on that? Any inside info, Duane? You're the guy, man.
Not a lot of inside info, but I think it's interesting because Zeb had some opportunities. He even said in the interview he had some opportunities to do some stuff, but it's to me, I don't know. I mean, if he could run on somebody else's dime, to me, it always seemed like that would be better than paying your own bills. But says this way they can be themselves. It says his dad wanted to try something and says they can be themselves. So maybe they want to do some other stuff when the All-Stars aren't racing. I don't know what that actually meant, but I think Zeb's a great driver. Definitely I think one of the bright spots or future of the sport. He's got to get in a ride and stay in it.
Consistent.
He's been jumping rides quite, and he's had some good ones. I mean, Clausen Marshall. I still can't believe he quit the Clausen Marshall deal to go to. I mean, McGee gave him an excellent opportunity, so I understand why he did,
especially when he got it.
Yes,
like nothing against Klaus Marshall or Cole or Zeb, but it's he was pretty young to get a full-time ride. So
yeah, and he just won the BC 39 and all that stuff, and bam, could be the Klaus Marshall standout.
Yeah,
in the midget since since Tyler Courtney is going to sprint cars. But but he wants to be wing sprint cars, and that's what you see. He says, I want to be wing sprint cars. All Stars is a great deal. So hey, I don't blame him, but I think they'll do good.
Yeah,
I think they'll do good. Got a good crew chief. Sounds like they're getting along pretty well, and we know Zeb can end up in victory lane, and sounds like Wayne put a lot of cars in victory lane with a lot of drivers, so be interesting.
Yeah. Other news that came out this week, it's funny, I just go to a forum to kind of remind me of what's going on. USAC, but speaking of Clausen Marshall, Newman Racing announced Cole Bodine, kind of the other young fella over at the Clausen camp, was announced to run select USAC national sprint car races on top of a full midget schedule.
Well, she ran some sprint car races last year for him, so some more. And one thing, back to the Zeb Wise thing, some local flavor there. Jason Dietz Trailer in Edgerton is one of his main sponsors.
Cool.
It says for it.
Yeah.
But Cole Bodine, seen him race the sprint car, and like I said, they needed somebody. We all know that Courtney's their main guy, but he's doing more wing sprint car deal, and they needed somebody for the non-wing and the midgets. And Cole Bodine, which is a cool story because he started out sweeping the floors in the shop, trying to get, hey, I want at least one race. Can you give me a race? Can we get a race? Now here he is. Zeb Wise leaves, a couple other people.
Well, Cole went on to Petrie for a small bit to test his metal, pretty much.
Yep, and come back, and there's a guy that's raced 600s and stuff with all these guys. Did good, and then was sweeping the floors, just trying to get a break, and Courtney moves up sprints. The Wise is gone, and here we are, full-time midget and now part-time sprint. So
other news, Carber selected to race selected USAC midget events for Hayward as well.
Yes.
And then Chase Randall was announced full-time for Reinbold to race USAC midgets. So a lot of stuff, kind of a Chili Bowl, early Florida solidifying, type of deal going
USAC, on. I say they got 3 guys for sure going for Rookie of the Year in the sprint cars, and it seems like they got a lot more midget teams this year too. I mean, they got a solid. I think it's the highest traveling car count in the sprints and the midgets they've had maybe ever.
Yeah,
I mean, they've got a solid. Then we add Zeb Wise to the All Stars. Here we go. We keep that All Stars is just going to get better and better.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it's always interesting. The most interesting thing when you get fields like this over the years to me is who lasts, right? Because not everyone's going to run top 2 or 3 every week or top 2 or 3 in points, right?
Well, and that's the thing with the Wise deal. I mean, they want to follow the All Stars, but let's say they have some bad luck and slipping. I mean, maybe that's part of we can be ourselves, and they can come run an AFCS race when we have a $4,000 or $5,000 race, or
probably not.
You raced them before, or go race an IRA race, or go race
go out to Knoxville or Port Royal.
Yeah. I mean, so
it'll be interesting. It's always cool to see that many full-time travelers with that intent. Anyhow, like we said, it's always a matter of how many, because someone's got to finish 13th in points if there's 13 drivers, right? So I always admire the teams that take the lumps and say, no matter what, we're running the season.
Exactly.
And it's hard to do, especially if you're having a lot of bad luck. Right. But it's one thing if you're not running well.
And if you noticed, Greg Wilson was right. I mean, we haven't really heard anything on what he's going to do full time. I mean,
he was down at the USCS races this weekend.
He's been running a lot of 360 stuff. I mean,
I think he said he was planning on strapping a 410 in.
Yes,
and they got canceled.
But it got canceled.
So,
but be interesting to see, because he's really had no announcement. I mean, he was on the Outlaws, on the All Stars. Maybe he's just going to pick and choose, do a true Outlaw schedule, which with running 360s and 410s, I mean, that could could be beneficial for him for sure.
Yeah.
Especially being a small team. I mean, it's basically him, his wife and kids, and one other guy. So
yeah,
maybe the grind of having to show up for points would
be a little much.
Maybe he'll come and run AFCS. We've had Chad coming on. We've had
well, and I mean, I know we could talk about AFCS because I know you do you started the whole deal, we'll say, as far as sponsors are out there. Yes. Have you released the full schedule yet?
It's on both tracks websites, but no, because I'm working on right now. I have 17 410 shows. Well, that's what we're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And 12 of them, I have some type of bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the verge, waiting for a few more things to fall in place. I might have all 17 of them have some type of bonus. And then I just got another sponsor that we're going to do some type of bonus throughout the season. And I got another one today that we're going to do some type of bonus, maybe for a show or two. So what I really wanted to do was get, like, that'd be cool. Okay, all 17 shows, I know what the bonus is going to be, then make a big release of, okay, this night's going to be this bonus, this night's going to be this bonus, this night's going to be this bonus. And because the one we're working on might increase purses for a handful of shows.
Cool.
We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what you mentioned. Someone like your Greg Wilson, Chad Kemenall, really is good money to be won there.
Oh, yeah.
But, you got to run well, too.
All indications are we're going to have a full season and we'll be back to $10,000 to win the points.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, stay tuned. But, Duane's been releasing all the sponsors on board. And
yeah, I got two of the big ones that are still kind of
up in the air.
Well, I hope not. I mean,
or they just haven't given you the commitment, but yes, you think they're going to be on board.
Yes.
Yeah,
they have been from day one, but anymore, especially with racing.
Well, especially with 2020, the way it was.
Nothing's promised, and one they're supposed to let me know a week ago, and haven't heard back, and so. But I got some new ones, and so I'm just trying to get it all together because I'd like to. It's shaping up, in all seriousness, to be the biggest year ever. I mean, bigger than our first year when we had $38,000 point fund, then we had like almost $30,000 of bonuses and giveaways. It's shaping up to be bigger and better than that.
Nice. Hopefully. And we talk about, racing in 2021 being kind of questionable and such. 2021 on the local level is probably going to be fine. Probably not going to be too many issues as far as COVID crowd restrictions.
Maybe Eldora.
I saw today, that's why I bring this up, because I saw today the Cleveland Indians. Now, I don't know whose authority are looking to be authorized for 30% capacity.
All right.
And that's a good sign for Eldora, because that means the major sports league stadiums are going to be able to be open in Ohio. Now, the Browns had fans. I think the Bengals had some fans for NFL
Browns
season.
Had like 12 or 18,000.
Yeah. So it'd kind of be bullshit if Eldora wasn't allowed to have any fans, but it seems like they got lumped in their own group as it is. So
yeah, but what will they do? Let's say July comes and this Kings are June for the Dream comes and it's still 30%.
Yeah, exactly.
I say I mean, yeah, they have different than most of them, but by then, hopefully everything will be
a little better ironed out.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what you do. It'll be interesting.
Open the doors and race.
Yeah.
So screw it.
Yeah, that's an option that they can try to do.
I think you'll see that at a lot of places, except for California, maybe.
I think of smaller places. I think, like I said, local tracks I don't think are going to have a problem, but when you see stuff like that, like I said, Cleveland Indians can go 30%. Well, that's a good sign for Eldora.
Blue Jackets are allowed 2,000 indoors. Mm-hmm. They just announced that.
Yeah.
And then I see Fort Wayne Comets, which I didn't realize had fans last week, and they like already pre-sold almost all their games out because it's X amount.
Yeah, and they have a dedicated fan base.
Yes, because it's their season ticket holders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in Toledo, like our local hockey team canceled their season just because they didn't want to dick with it, pretty much. And
so
it's a mixed bag, but
it'll be good. Open the gates and go.
I think outdoor events, especially, are going to be a lot easier this year than they were last year. So
they should be.
We'll stay tuned, but that's a good sign for Eldora. I know with the SRX race this year, and then Obviously, Eldora hasn't released their full schedule yet. They've released their big dates, which they always do a year in advance. We always know the Four Crowns going to be when it is. We always know the Let's Race 2 weekend's going to be when it is. And then obviously Eldora or the Dream, the World, and the King's Royal. But there's all those little events in between: the Family Fun Nights, the opener, which is late models, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend. Have changed a little in the past, but we're still waiting for all the confirmation on those. We haven't seen a schedule from them, so
and all those should be the easy ones to get in.
Correct. Those would be the ones that aren't going to be a problem, where there's maybe 2,000 people in the stands,
right,
in a facility meant for 20,000. So
exactly.
We'll see. We'll keep on top of it. See what we hear in the coming days, weeks, months. Hopefully not months, but actually, we know as soon as we release this episode, the announcement's going to come out probably tomorrow. Right. So
kick the gates open. Let's go. Damn it.
It's usually how it goes. So one thing I wanted to ask you about. Yeah, blindsided you.
Oh God.
On this one,
my ass already hurts enough from this best husband on.
That's right.
Cup.
Don't you forget it.
No.
You're just a good husband. So I was on on my Apple podcast app, because I listen to podcasts. So I went to the Dirt Nerds page to see if there's any new reviews.
Oh no.
we got a new 1-star review.
Really?
From someone named Race Fan with an exclamation point. So obviously they don't want to know who they are.
So are they a race fan?
1 star. It says, okay podcast. The comment is, half the time you're clueless to what's actually going on in racing. No crown jewels in PA? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Firecracker 100. So my question to you is, and this dipshit, my comment to you is, I don't think the Firecracker 100 is a crown jewel, for one thing.
Not anymore.
So my point,
maybe 20 years ago,
to bring up to you is, it hasn't been around for 20 years even. My question to you is, what makes a crown jewel? What do we consider a crown jewel? Because I would consider the Firecracker, to this dipshit's point, is a big race. It's just it's a big race. But I don't think it's a crown jewel. Now, it may be in the Dirt on Dirt crown jewel series poll thing, or Flow Racing poll,
correct,
scheduled thing they do. I don't know. But in my personal opinion, and it's my personal opinion, people from Pennsylvania, feel free to disagree. But,
hey, you're already calling him names.
Well, I know where this comes from is because I said there's no crown jewels in PA.
Right.
Port Royal's Rumble by the River is shaping up to be a late model crown jewel in Pennsylvania. So apparently, by saying that, I'm neglecting the Firecracker, which, to be honest, that's, to my point, it's not really a crown jewel, because I forgot about the damn thing.
See, Lisa's comment you made, I knew it wasn't a comment I made.
yeah, we know that.
No.
So I was like, well, I don't think of the Firecracker as a crown jewel, so that's why I said it.
I don't either. I mean, to me, I shouldn't base it on money, but like a $50,000 win race is a crown jewel or bigger. Like your National Open, your Knoxville Nationals, Kings Royal, Dream, World 100. What World 100 ain't 50,000, but
that is now.
But it's been established.
Yes.
As a huge race. I mean, World 100
legacy.
Yes,
matters.
It's like Chili Bowl. Chili Bowl only pays $10,000 win.
I thought it paid 30.
Chili Bowl?
Yeah.
No, it pays $10,000 to win.
Okay.
It pays $10,000 to win, and I mean, granted, the drivers like the money, but most of them don't care. Pay $5,000
it's
when
about
you're
the
gonna have
trophy.
most of the same stuff.
Yeah.
But that's a crown jewel. I mean, the Firecracker,
$30,000 to win.
Yeah, it's $30,000 to win, but a lot of times they only got 40 cars, if that.
40, 50, depending on the year, and depending how many Lucas guys want to show up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at it as a crown jewel. Late model. Well, and that's the thing with late models. You get so many big deals, and every track's trying to make a crown jewel. They're trying to copy the next this, the next that, the next this.
I feel like the Firecracker is one of those that's kind of forced, and has been kind of forced since it came around.
It's like the 4-breast parade lap. We have it at every race for every A main now, which, okay, yeah, it's cool, but it's way overdone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, it should, the big races you do it, but I mean, every single hell, they got the mini stocks probably doing it now too. I mean, or anything. I mean,
the bang bangers.
Yeah, the bang bangers. I'm sure at Weber County they do it. bang banging 4 wide.
Well,
in the parking lot and on the track.
And see, so pay is a big factor, but it's not the only factor.
Right. It's got to be something.
So like the Rumble by the River, the Rumble by the River is the example I spit out there. And I said it's in the making of being one.
Right.
The Prairie Dirt Classic is one that just till 2020 it was supposed to pay $50,000 to win.
Yeah.
But it was still, in my opinion, it was a crown jewel before that because the fandom behind it,
yes,
the years of tenure are there. It was still growing, and it to me it was an organic one, right? Yeah. It's just one that became the late model race you have to go see.
Well, and it's because of the racing, like I said, the fan
atmosphere.
That's just like Knoxville. It's just like Chili Bowl. It's just like Kings Royal. You don't hear that about fire. You don't hear people like, "Woo! I went to the firecracker."
Yeah.
But the Hillbilly 100, you hear people do it about that.
Seeing that one to me, I don't. It's a crown jewel because of the tenure,
yes,
and the legacy. But the pay is not there anymore, and it's
right.
Part of its deal
lost a lot of its luster the last few years.
Exactly, and part of its deal though has been the largest paying one day event, which I don't know if it's even that anymore.
No,
but,
I don't believe so.
But $25,000 to win. It used to be a $50,000 to win race constantly. So that's one that is, because that was before the World. Even the Hillbilly 100 was the first kind of late model crown jewel.
Exactly.
But the World's the one that's gone crazy.
Well, and like West Virginia Motor Speedway, they're trying to force a couple crown jewels. And
Cody Summer tried it at Mansfield.
Yeah,
didn't really work.
That's what I mean. You got to have some longevity for one.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be a flash in the pan deal.
Yeah.
And and it's about the atmosphere of what makes, to me,
and that's, when,
but I don't think Firecracker's a crown jewel. I mean, it's,
I would say it's a big race.
Yeah.
Like Cedar Lake up in Wisconsin, I'd say that is one. Another one I have a hard time with is Batesville, the Topless 100.
Yeah.
It's $40,000 to win. It's got a lot of prestige, but it seems like it's kind of a,
Well, the Toilet Bowl's been around for a long time. Is that a crown jewel?
No. It's a
bigger race.
Is a bigger early season race, and historically it's always been known as one.
Right.
Another one that locally was kind of seen, and by a lot of people was seen as like the biggest race of the year, was the Summer Nationals finale at Oakshade,
right?
Which is no longer the birthday race they call it, but I don't think that was ever a crown jewel. Now, the Summer Nationals in general,
it was a big race.
It was a big race, and it was a finale to a thing, but there was a few years there where it was kind of a bigger deal, but the Summer Nationals in general has changed so much too.
Yes.
Where I don't think it's, a big deal anymore like it used to be.
No.
One I do have problems with, and you're going to hate me for saying this.
Oh.
The Kings Royal. It's been around a long time.
Yeah.
It's got, and holy shit, fan wise, I mean, it's busy. Don't get me wrong. But like, they never get any cars.
Like it.
They get 50
or 60.
I mean, that's okay. And now it's paying $175,000 to win, but it's just like
50 or 60.
I mean, and that's why
it's big for a one-day sprint car show, because you got
and that's the thing. I'm also
racing, Pennsylvania's racing.
I'm also spoiled by late models, crown jewels, where you used to get 200 cars.
Yeah, you used to get 60 cars at the Kings Royal, but well, and it's definitely a crown jewel because it's the first ever sprint car race paid $50,000 to win too.
Yeah, and
it's kind of set the tone for.
And now we've seen it morph into 4 days now.
Well, and it set the tone again. 175,000. Well, then what's Knoxville? First thing they do? Well,
all this bonus money up to win $200,000.
Well, and just like Williams Grove, same deal. Kings Royal is 50,000. Well, they keep up, and now they're 65,000. It just keeps.
What about Tuscarora 50?
It's not a crown jewel, but it's a big race.
It's $50,000 to win.
It is,
or 52 or 53.
It's 53, but it's starting to be.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, because you're getting the longevity, and now you're getting the fan base, or to me,
the hype around it.
Yes, there's got to be a hype too. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. Yeah, there's a lot of hype, starting to be more and more hype,
and
that's part of it too. The hype. Then, like you said, Fairbury, it lived up to the hype right away. That's why it started becoming so popular.
And I think with the Firecracker, especially the track's kind of status as it's known has changed too. Lernerville used to be this historical racetrack, and lately it's known for having purses that pay dick to everyone that races there.
It's funny. I was talking about that
but they
Saturday
have
with a bunch of drivers.
but they have good talent,
Yes.
you know, good talented late model guys and sprint car guys and big block modified guys that show up.
Well, and yeah, Don Martin used to try to do some crown jewels there. I mean, he established a lot while he has passed, and now it's yeah, they're not paying a lot more on
paying $1,500 to win for sprint cars weekly.
I don't even think it's 15. I think it's 14.
Is it? Jesus.
Like, it's 133 to start the main.
Well, that's good.
How you get 133? It's 133.
Okay. Very exact.
Which is total money at most places.
This is very exact.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's a big race, and like I said, the Tusky, but there's got to be a hype. It's got to be, and there's one to me also, like you said, Fairbury, but look how packed Kings Royal. It's not just crowd, but people. How hard is it to get a ticket? So far, the Firecracker, you can still get a ticket there pretty easy.
Oh yeah,
you can show up, but you know it's hard if you show up Kings Royal Day. You're not getting a reserve seat.
Oh no,
show up in Knoxville, you're gonna get if you show up in Knoxville one of the first couple of days, you're gonna be bottom 5-6 rows on the backstretch. Same deal with a lot of the crown jewel type races.
Knoxville Late Model National is another one that's not really a crown jewel.
And they don't even open the backstretch.
And I mean, it's
a big race.
Well, and I think originally they did that as an invite only race because they thought they were going to get so many cars.
Yeah, they only did like 55 or 60
yeah
cars.
and I think the numbers have gone up a little bit as far as you know, but it's obviously a different area too.
Yeah, and I don't get it because it pays good money.
Yeah,
and the races has been pretty decent from what I've seen.
Yeah, and that's one of the races I want to go to at some point.
Crowd. There ain't that big of a crowd.
No.
I mean, when you go to Knoxville and see one night, the first night of Sprint Car Nationals probably has more people than the whole 3 days.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Total.
Yeah.
Of the late model nationals.
Yeah, I mean, hell, a Word of Outlaw or hell, the All Stars coming to Knoxville probably gets more people than that race.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's good money, but yeah, it's just a big late model race. It's not a crown jewel by any means.
The Silver Dollar Nationals out at I-80, I think that's a crown jewel, at least in the making. I mean, because it's obviously on the Lucas Oil schedule now, but that's an example of someone putting money into things, trying to boost the purse, getting more drivers there. It keeps growing.
Where the Firecrackers kind of went backwards.
Yeah, it has. And I don't know the full story, and I have nothing against Lernerville or the Firecracker. I mean, $30,000 to win's a pretty good payday.
Yeah.
And that's what the Rumble by the River pays too. But
what about the Pittsburgher?
Pittsburgher, not a crown jewel.
No.
Maybe at one point it was on the verge, but
at one point, but they went backwards too.
They went backwards. The track has gone backwards, I think, as far as condition and facilities and stuff too.
What they want to get in for the
absolutely.
Quality of show you see for the price that you pay.
Exactly. And like Port Royal is just, we talk about like just everything kind of coming around. Like Port Royal's a track has been pumping money into infrastructure, putting new improvements in.
I'd pay $50 to go to the Port Royal to race Pittsburgh.
Exactly. You drive 4 hours past Pittsburgh to do it too. So, those are just the things I look at. So when someone, leaves a comment like that about what about the Firecracker?
Your butt hurt because somebody only gave us a 1 star.
No,
it's your comment.
No, I don't care about that.
Thank you, race fan ? You got
exclamation mark.
Oh, exclamation mark.
Yeah. No, I read it because I figured to get you pissed off because you're usually the one that takes it more personal than I do.
Nah, who cares? Your comment. I mean,
they just message you directly if they don't like your comment.
That's right. They just message me directly. Trust me. I've got a handful of those over the years.
Yeah.
I haven't got any for a couple weeks. So
well, and the funny thing with that was just left in February here, and I said that comment like a long time ago.
Not too long ago.
I probably said it
catching up.
Oh, yeah, well, a fellow from Oregon is listening.
About a month ago.
A fellow from Oregon just sent me. I think I said that after I was there at Rumble in August.
Well, you said we just talked about this though about a month or so ago.
I don't remember. That's the other problem when you do a podcast. You talk so much you don't know what the hell you said and when you said it.
Well, you should do a radio show at noon on the same day as you do the podcast. Sometimes you're like, okay, what was that the show? Was it the podcast?
Yeah, a fellow from Oregon actually just messaged me for a decal.
Awesome.
And but he said I saw he said, hey, we're actually listening right now. It's the Kyle Armstrong episode. So he's catching up too.
Look
from
at
Oregon,
that.
but appreciate you listening.
That's right. Thanks for listening. Out in Oregon. No, Oregon. Wonder if he's going to be the Skagit in Grace Harbor in September.
There you go. Hey, you got a camper? Dwayne will stop by.
You laugh, but there's some arrangements being made.
But a free stay is a free stay.
But I've
$20 is $20.
I've talked about going out there, and there's some things in motion from some of our fans. We won't release any details, but
$20 is $20. I get it, man. It's all good.
There's a camper. I got offered, hey, you can come camp. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I think this happened, and it took another step the other day too, with another party. So this could be. I definitely would like to do it. So hopefully the Outlaw swing in the fall.
Is that Labor Day weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Living right up to your reputation. I see.
Hey.
I know you'll do anything for $20.
No,
I get it.
I will not. There's no $20 involved. Not yet, anyways.
$20 is $20.
It is not.
All right.
I do not make the rainbow cupcakes like you do.
Yeah, you are the rainbow cupcake.
No. I would not be your rainbow cupcake, Elliot.
Not mine. Whoever you stay with in the camper. All right. Let's go to fan questions. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, because I don't like it because you're making it sound way too gay in this show.
Is there a problem with
with
that?
No.
Okay.
But I love you, Elliot. But
that's kind of gay.
I will not have your kids.
Anyway,
not have your baby.
I know. Just you're gonna go to Washington. It's fine. Anyway, they're pretty liberal up there. First question.
That's okay. I have no problems with
that's
anybody.
We have a question. I got a new nickname for you. Rainbow Cupcake.
No.
First question. JD Smith asks, I'm done listening to you. What track that you have been to has the most unrealized potential, aka diamond in the rough? A track that we've been to that has unrealized potential. And this is JD Smith, so JD's pretty well up on any Ohio track, that's for sure, among others.
Yeah, I seen him in Pennsylvania in November. I mean,
did you
seen him in Gas City?
Gas City, yeah,
some places. We've been running each other a lot lately.
Yeah,
he's one of our fans, and I'll sit with him even, Elliot. I won't, shun him like you do, or other fans.
Yeah, that's fine,
even if they got $20 or not.
So, track that you've been to,
one that just sticks in my mind, and I think it's just because a lot of people don't know about it. I mean, I was super impressed as Circus City in Indiana, Peru. I mean, they do. The mini sprints, but they have the midgets, regional midgets come in a couple times a year. I mean, the facility is excellent. I mean, it's better. Some of the grandstands and the paving, some of that's better than some of them we go to regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the really big tracks. I mean, to me, that is definitely one. If you go there, you're going to go back because, they do a great job, nice facility, and it's just, there's a lot of potential there still. I'd say that's definitely one. I mean,
it's mini sprints and micros and stuff, but still quality racing.
And,
yeah. For me, it's hard. It's a hard question to answer because,
right. I'll try to think if I can think of a bigger.
Well, that's like when you say like me, it's like Waynesfield's one that it's already got a pretty good reputation. I just, we'd like to see some bigger type shows go there. And obviously 2020 is kind of a throwout year for them, but they, for a few years there, it was said the best Speed Week show, right, was at Waynesfield. Right. And, then things changed around. True. But what the hell? I was just thinking of one, I guess two that come to me. One, I don't know why. And, Duane can probably answer better than me, and maybe 2021 is the year it kind of changes, and I think their schedule's part of their problem because they don't race a lot of other stuff than modifieds. Is Plymouth Speedway in Indiana?
Yeah,
not so much a diamond in the rough, but they're set up to do a lot bigger things there. They have nice grandstands, big grandstands they got from Daytona. Really cool facility
for big people.
Yeah,
because I mean, obviously we're bigger people, but I know small people have a trouble to get in their grandstands. That's the only bad thing that there. But yeah, it's set up, and they had All Stars. They've had the World Outlaws there before.
Summer Nationals.
Yes, but they got Summer Nationals again this year.
Yeah. And their surface has changed this year. That was a big thing.
Yes.
But another one keeps coming to my mind, and I haven't been there since they reopened, is Bedford Speedway in Pennsylvania. I remember when I went there, that was a really cool track. It had kind of the redder clay, like Sharon kind of comes to mind too, but they're on their way. They're doing a good job already. But Bedford, I'd like to see as a Sunday track, especially. And I remember last time I was there, I think it was a Sunday race, and I think we were leaving by 9:30. And that's huge for a Sunday track. One
that I think, and because it's had its issues with ownerships and people, and it's got its issues again, and rumor is that it may open, may not. Whatever is Montpelier, Indiana.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
They've had.
They could do some good racing there.
They've had USAC Midget Week shows there, non-wing sprints. They've had USAC National sprint cars there. They've had
an ethanol late model show there.
Yeah, they've had wing sprint cars, late models, and to me, it's a nice track.
Yeah,
I mean, especially if somebody takes care of it. It's very, very racy. It's in town, so they push it. I think it's 11 o'clock curfew, and they usually push. They've done a lot of improvements. When I first went there, the grandstands were only like 6 rows high.
I was there too. Nosebleed section, we always said.
Yeah.
Nosebleed grandstands.
Yeah, I was as tall as the top row.
Yeah, you could stand behind the top row and watch the race.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
They put a lot of money and did a lot of work, and they've had some good races there, but it goes for a year, then ownership issues.
Well, yeah, because
they don't pay
our buddy Bryce said, the midget deal, the D2 midgets used to race their weekly, and they had a good car count and everything.
Well, and they did then they did 10, but they're still getting 25, 30 midgets on a weekly show. So yeah, I mean, with the right promotion crew, I think it could be one of the premier places in Indiana. It really can be. It can be right up there with the rest of premier ones. It's just has a lot of
it's got a lot of potential.
It does.
It does.
Had a lot of issues. People that had it now, I mean, they went gung-ho, did a lot of stuff, then it just,
Yeah, I agree. Montpelier is a good one if you chop some weeds down and
and they pretty much have that. I mean, they've done some work even in 3 and 4. The wall's a little longer there now and different things. And it's a wide racetrack. Put up some nice grandstands, nice tower.
It's a lot.
Area have done some work.
Well, I was there for the ethanol race a few years ago, and it's a lot more banked than I remember too. It used to be real flat quarter mile. Now it's a bit more
they've
banked.
done a lot of work to it. I mean, a lot of work. So, but I think that's one definitely.
I agree
for sure. And in all reality, every time I've went there, it's always been decent racing. Always been real good racing.
Next one. This one's from Colin, All Cars Racing Team Extravaganza. I don't even know.
Colin Ookers?
Yeah. Y'all cool.
Colin Ookers.
Y'all cool. How do you think about Bristol being dirty? Man, they talk like they're on Weber Valley's page almost.
What the hell? Why that? There's another 1-star review.
Yeah.
Jesus criminy.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't
Colin Urkers.
I don't know if they have any followers, to be honest.
Colin Urkers.
Are we getting punked right now? Where's Ashton Kutcher at?
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What do we think about Bristol being dirty?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of cars there.
Yeah.
Except for the Outlaws pissed everybody off.
Yeah, by inviting.
But
I saw the sprint car thing is more towards kind of the safety side of things.
Well, I agree. I mean, the cars are going 170 something down the backstretch in 2001, and there was probably 850 horsepower then, or let's say 820.
Yeah.
Now they're 950. I probably shouldn't say what I'm gonna say, but it keeps people that don't belong there. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, you don't want a guy that's 5-6 seconds slower.
Yeah,
I was gonna pick on somebody again, but I hate picking on the guy. If it's USAC race, you don't want that. Well, I mean, serious, you don't.
Yeah, you can't afford to have that.
Don't get me wrong. I like all teams need to race. Everybody needs, but when it's that fast, you can't have a guy that's going to get lapped in a heat race, in an 8-lap heat race once or twice. You can't have him out there.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yep.
I mean, it sucks. Well, if you see all the people bitching, I haven't seen one race team really bitch. It's all fans.
Yeah.
I mean,
and at the end of the day, especially the sprint cars, like you're going to see who you're there to see, you know?
Well, and I actually think it's going to help the car count because
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine over 32 to 35 cars in all honesty, because Pennsylvania's racing. Attica's racing for, I think, is it the opening weekend for Fremont?
At 24th. Yep.
Yeah. And so in all the Pennsylvania races, Wayne County is going to be racing and all that. So I don't see 60 sprint cars there no matter what.
Yeah.
But if there's 42 or whatever invites or how many ever they get, I can see most of them going because I see they have a C main scheduled, so they must figure 36, 30, whatever it is. But like Paul McMahon, I see he's accepted. Lance DeWeese turned it down. Danny Dietrich sounds like he turned it down. Some of these guys because they're racing in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's racing Williams Grove points. So
there might be some guys get invited that
Bill Baylog, I think, turned it down too.
Yeah, might be some guys that get invited that wouldn't have went, but now have a chance to go, or would go. Maybe because they're like, okay, well, we know it's going to be a select, so now
or a quality field of cars.
Yeah, well, 24 cars are making it, and if there's only 36, I only got to beat 12 cars, or or if there's 38. Or,
well, my thing would be, I would say that they have more comfort in the fact knowing if there's 45 cars there, it's all quality cars.
Right.
You're not getting, like you said, someone putzing around that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks to say because to me, and I'm so against it, I really am, because to me, anybody that has a car should be able to show up and race at any given track, but that's a different circumstance.
And I don't know.
I mean, you can't,
like we kind of said, it's kind of, I don't want to say gimmicky, but it's just like, yeah, we know we topped out sprint car speeds, we don't have to get too crazy here with them.
How many Tennessee 360s might go there and try race, or a couple of them?
Yeah.
I mean, that's no place for them.
Exactly.
At an Outlaw show.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad that they show up at a 410 show, but just not that one.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do something.
Yeah, and I just,
because it was dangerous the last time.
Yeah,
I mean, it was extremely dangerous last time. Now you have, not that any racing's safe, and you can get hurt just as bad on a quarter mile track as you can. You can go 60 miles per hour and get hurt just as bad as you can going 160. But still, you gotta. And other things, maintenance. Do you want a car that's 10 years old and that mean you're putting together out here in your garage?
Yeah, I mean, I would advise any drivers out there, like if you're going, make sure your chassis tubing's to the right, because they're going to check it.
Yes.
Not even like if you're trying, I get if you're, okay, whatever, but it's being safe should be priority, obviously, but like you're not going to get away with it. I mean, they're going to check everything.
You need to
for safety and make sure everything is tidied up on every car. Because it is pretty dangerous. And again, that's why I said it's kind of dumb to even have the race. I get the point of it.
Yeah.
But like, why don't we just put them on a quarter-mile drag strip and let them eat or something? I don't know. It's a little too dangerous. So I feel like
it'll be interesting.
So it'll be fun.
It'll be interesting to see the speeds.
Yes, it will be. The parade.
Sure.
The parade, some might say.
Well, maybe it'll be dry, slick, and slick off and have 2 or 3 grooves of
hopefully
rubber down.
Man, I just saw the pictures and the video from it with the dirt. It's so fucking banked.
Yeah.
It's so crazy looking at it.
It's going to be interesting.
It will be. Next question. Bryce Dews.
Hello, Bryce.
Asks, how many midget races will Elliott attend this year?
Probably 0.
When is Duane "The Rock" Hancock going to officially buy his own race car?
Look, The Rock. There's a good one.
Yeah, well, not fitting.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ellie. How many midget races?
Probably somewhere between 0 and 1.
What, you don't like? Oh, that's right. You don't like good races.
I might go to USAC Midget Week show at, Gas City or something. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Yes, it would be.
It's a shame the D2 midgets. I think I looked at Gas City's schedule for D2 midgets. I don't know if they're only there but once or twice, and they're on other weekends of shit going on. I think so.
They are.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but It seemed like they're on some.
Yeah, but they're in the October deal, I think.
Are they? Okay.
I believe.
I didn't.
I like that.
Look that far.
Yeah, I like 2 days. Got sprint cars both days now.
Oh, at Gas City?
Yeah.
Yeah, no late models now.
Yeah, I mean...
They have some crate late models there early in the year, but that's it. They didn't do super late models again.
Which, I mean, I get because their car counts wasn't that great, but it seemed like there's both good races.
Yeah, I mean, it's relative, right? Like 1,500 to win for a special show in October, you're only going to get... You're lucky to get 20 at that point, the way people are. I mean, guys are loading their shit up by then, so...
Yeah, the Kokomo gets 50 for 2,000 to win.
Mm-hmm. Not this year, but in the past they have.
Yes. So they had a lot last year.
They have like in the 30s usually, but
so
but again, when we talk about Crown Jewels, it's been around a while.
And when am I gonna get my own race car? I don't know.
Dwayne's better at asking people to race their shit than actually buying the shit himself.
Well, Bryce knows a little secret. So
a little secret.
Yeah, that I know. The problem is I don't have, trailer. I don't have the tools. I don't have. So getting the race car part, I mean, I ain't going to say that it's easy because it's not easy.
Well, you're rich, so you can just buy the race car. That's easy.
That's problem.
That's not a problem.
No, that's problem.
I mean, you're buying Missler a new motor. You said you're buying Bryce a new motor this year.
Well, see, I know where Bryce is going because this car that I'm looking at would probably be more likely for him if I did get it.
Oh.
But
so he's kissing ass. No, he's trying to call you out.
I know.
He's trying to call you out right now.
He's calling me out. He's calling me out. But no, I'd love to drive it. It's a car that I've always wanted, and the price is actually really right. But problem is, I don't want to drive it. And
you don't want to drive it.
No, I said I want to drive it.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's in your garage, you're gonna fucking strap your seat.
Then I have to buy, all the stuff.
Yeah,
and all the stuff is a lot more than getting the car.
Yes,
that's what I should say.
Exactly.
The tools.
I often have the same.
I have a little toolbox, but
I often have the same dilemma. To buy this car,
I got a few fuel jugs.
Actually, I have all the tools at my parents' house. So just use them there.
You got a tire groover.
No, buy one of those.
See, yeah, that's what I mean. You got that? No, buy one of those. I got that? No, buy one of those. Got that? Buy one.
Everything else I got though, like all the ratchets and stuff.
Well, yeah, I got ratchets and wrenches and jack stands.
Yeah, that's the expensive stuff. Once you got that, you're good, man. I don't see why you're waiting. You need to go buy that car right now. Who's is it? Let me message him right now.
Oh, you gonna buy it?
No, I'm going to tell him you're interested.
He knows I'm interested. Trust me. I've already talked to him. I've talked to him. I am interested.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those deals. Put it this way. Remember.
So keep pressuring him, Bryce.
I've been saying I'm going to want to run a chili bowl ride just for the shits and giggles of it. Literally, I could get this car for probably $5,000 more than it would be to run a chili bowl ride.
Mm-hmm. And you have your own chili bowl ride every year.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
And my own indoor Fort Wayne ride.
No, that's right. Just gotta swap out the tires, and you're good to go.
See,
you probably need some spring adjustments and shock adjustments.
I don't know if my fat ass will fit in it either.
Well, if it's a midget, no.
Yes,
it'd be tight. All right, Bryce, keep pressuring him. He'll get that car for you. Don't you worry. All right, next question. Living Like Outlaws asks with a picture,
Hey, Wes, what's up?
My question is, who tagged the sign? LOL. So, yeah, Volusia, did you see the picture?
I did.
There's a Dirt Nerd sticker.
On the Volusia entrance sign.
And it looks like it's just the one from last year. No whistle stop on this one.
Just
a propane.
Well, those are the ones I have, but I wasn't in Florida.
I know it's from last year. That's the last year sticker. So
I bet I know who did it.
I will say it's not my dad.
Really?
Because he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, I didn't know this question came through," and my dad messaged me out of nowhere. So I just get this random text because I didn't see this message. He goes, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not the one that tagged the sign at that sticker."
That's better yet.
It looks like last year's. I was like, "What is he talking about?" So then I see this. Oh, okay.
That's better yet because I 100% thought it was your dad because I knew he was there.
No, he was there last year too. But like I said, it looks like last year's sticker.
That's better yet. So that means one of our fans.
Someone did it.
One of our fans. Well, I wasn't in Florida. Was you there?
Nope.
Exactly. So
maybe it was Wes.
That might be.
There you
He
go.
might be.
He's just trying to.
Might be setting us up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome though. But well, and he's one of our fans. We're all family.
Exactly.
That's cool because one of our fans, we show us where you're sticking them.
Yeah. Well,
Wes had to show us where some.
I feel like I'm just trying to think. I feel like I saw that picture, or someone took a picture of this last year and sent it to me too, but I don't remember.
I have a feeling I know who might have done it.
Okay.
I won't call him out, but I know one of our big fans that was there.
Yeah. The guy told you to come drink a beer with him. Yeah. I don't know. That's last year's sticker though, but doesn't mean it's definitely not the case.
Right.
So yeah, Wes, not us.
That's the only stickers I have. So
yeah.
But it wasn't me. I didn't go to Florida, unfortunately.
It was not me.
I bitched about it at work all the time too, and the guys were whining. They're like, "Jesus, I haven't went to a race. I haven't went to any big races for a year. I mean, so
So you've been whining.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not us. Not family members of any kind associated with tagging signs at Volusia.
I love it though.
It's fun.
Thanks to whoever did it,
but not us. RJ
awesome.
Irvin asks, if you had a chance to drive a high dollar super late model and won the Toilet Bowl Classic, who would drive and where would y'all put the trophy? So if you haven't seen the Toilet Bowl trophy, it's a big ugly ass toilet they paint up and sticker up like a trophy.
So you're talking about us too? Well, hell, I'd have to drive because we know you ain't gonna do shit driving. I've seen you. You're like grandpa in the slow lane. I'm letting her eat.
Yeah, so if I wanted my car to last the whole night, I wouldn't hire Duane to drive it.
Yeah, you would. Checkers or wreckers, baby.
Yeah, well, wreckers would be probably more realistic. Hey, so,
well, you going around, 5 seconds off the pace, you're not.
I'd probably hire Tanner English for Clarksville, to be honest.
Really?
Because that's him and his dad's kind of territory from back in the day.
Corey Hedgecock, his name?
Yeah. He's more of a Carolina guy, I think, though.
It's all right. I'd hire him. He's good.
He's I-75 Speedway.
Oh, Scott Bloomquist. I'll hire him.
Yeah. I don't know. Clark, I just think of Toilet Bowl drivers. I think of Tanner English, Terry English, Dennis Erb's been winner a few times. And Brian Shirley, obviously someone said he has his in his shop. Yes. It's installed to use.
If it was tacky, I'd say Rushy Schlank would fit in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, he's had success there, but I don't think he's got the win yet.
I don't think so.
But he goes down there quite a bit.
What would I do with the trophy? I'd drink out of it. We'd make it.
I would
a big. I
was gonna say
drink
like the night of. I just put ice in the bowl and ice in the back of the tank and make it a cooler for everyone to hang out and celebrate.
Exactly.
Around. That's what I would do probably.
Yes. We can make toilet water from Eldora. Be perfect. Toilet water.
like a punch bowl.
Yeah. Toilet water punch bowl.
That could work.
Yeah.
That could work. Oh,
tell Devin to get your late model team down there.
Get that shit down there. Huh?
Get it down there so we can have Eldora toilet water punch bowl.
There you go. Next question. Brandon Unverfirth asks, as we edge closer to the World of Outlaw late models and sprint cars, World of Outlaw sprint cars return to Bristol Motor Speedway, who's your early picks to win each of the pair of features? As always, keep up the great work.
Hey, Brandon. Go ahead.
Who you got? Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll let you go first this time.
I'm thinking.
I always go first. I'll let you go first.
I'm thinking. Lean back a little. I'm thinking Brad Sweet's probably taking a feature for sprint cars, and someone else with a lot of horsepower.
Yes.
And big balls.
They got to be fast.
I know. I want to say Donnie, but I don't think it's Donnie, to be honest. Carson Macedo's kind of coming to mind, and I don't know why. I don't have a good reason, but he's fearless. He's fast and he's fearless, which
he's got big balls. I guess. I don't know. He drives like he does.
Schuhart. I'd say Schuhart and Sweet for sprint cars, and then late models. I'm gonna say Brandon Shepard. Surprise there, and probably Chris Madden or Jimmy Owens, because drivers at Tazewell is why I'm saying that. Now Jimmy Owens is a Tennessee guy.
True.
Lucas Oil raced at Tazewell lots of times. Bloomquist has also been successful there though, so he's a hard one not to pick, but he hasn't had success in recent memory. So Yeah, I'll say Jimmy Owens and B. Shep.
Okay, sprint cars. I know you're going to be your reaction from this one. Sammy Swindell is going to win one.
Is he even racing?
He's supposed to, he's got invited.
Let's see what jalopy he fucking.
Well, yeah, if he's in a good car. If he's in that one car he's been racing a little bit, no. But if he's in, let's say if he's in the 39 car.
Oh, the Swindell Speed Lab car.
Let's say if he's in that or a car of that equipment, I say he wins one right. I mean, he's obviously he's got the most wins there in sprint cars. He's fast. Even though he's old, he's still very where's he excel? Eldora, Knoxville. So Bristol kind of in his wheelhouse. And the other one, Brad Sweet. I say he definitely I'm going to say a wild card to Aaron Reitzel.
Yeah.
Late models, Scott Bloomquist and Jonathan Davenport.
You think? And that's the
if
thing.
He can run fast.
And he's had a shit so far, but it's Florida Speed Weeks, and that can happen. I mean,
yeah, Davenport, and I'll say definitely Owens will be up there too. I mean,
yeah, I just think of the
Davenport. That's kind of.
I think the Tazewell is my thing because that's a super high. If anyone doesn't know, it's super high bank. Bull ring in Tennessee, and like Vic Hill, I think is kind of a regular there, and some other guys, but I just don't think they're going to be able to capitalize on that big of a field. But
Sammy's going to win one. You watch.
All right, we'll see
if he's in a good car.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's such a freaking crapshoot.
Whoever starts on the pole.
I was gonna say it's just a crapshoot because it's we raced there before, but
traffic's gonna be interesting. I mean, even though it's gonna be an invite, there's still gonna be traffic.
Yep,
we all know this.
Yep. Next question, Matt Swander asked, "How well was Ryan Missler's new nickname received?" I didn't get a text from Ryan. I got a text from other people laughing about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I ate lunch with Ryan Saturday and Amber and got some awesome Missler sweets. That's what happens when they like you. That's why you didn't get any.
Not offended whatsoever.
Yeah, you are because you love those sweets. Okay, well, remember that.
I can bake my own. Remember?
Yeah, but there's a lot better than yours. A lot better.
Sure.
A lot. Fed them both. Yours a lot.
I haven't even baked anything this year.
But yeah, he didn't say much about it. But we kind of had that group text that Devin kind of said something.
Devin laughed about it.
Ryan just kind of ignored it.
Yeah.
I think he's
probably butthurt about it. But I don't know. Yeah. Ryan has not said anything to me.
How much you gonna pay this guy to say that one time over
the PA? $20 well worth it.
That would be interesting.
That's funny. Next question. Ryan Leary asks, maybe you guys can help out with this. Years ago at the former East Windsor Speedway in New Jersey, there was a driver named Tora Hyman. He raced both modifieds and sprint cars. He was a family friend for many years. I've been trying to find more information and possibly pictures of his cars. Have you guys or anyone else heard of him? I have not.
What's the name?
Tora Hyman. East Windsor, New Jersey. East Windsor Speedway in New Jersey.
I've heard of East Windsor.
Yeah, I've never heard of that name, and I don't even know East Windsor. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Yeah, East Windsor. Yeah, I've heard of that. And, there's not a lot of New Jerseys. Somebody's got to know them.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to.
There's plenty of New Jersey long timers out there.
So I wonder if he's a late model driver.
Sprint car and modified, he said. Probably big blocks, northeastern modified.
Probably much I listened to the question.
Huh?
Sprint cars and modified.
I don't know. What I would say, Ryan, is go out there to like one of those, racing from years past groups or – I'm sure there's like a New Jersey motorsports group of some kind.
There is.
Put it out there, and I'm sure you could.
Maybe Wall Stadium. They got a Hall of Fame there for dirt and pavement.
Maybe. So, yeah, man. Sorry, no help on that one. Chris Plummer asks, first-time caller, long-time listener here. Not first-time caller.
Yes.
He's asked many questions. He likes to go fishing. We know that.
He is cool.
Do you think Turbo is trying too hard to be the bad guy in dirt late model racing? I like the dude. He's a hard racer. but some of the stuff he says and does seems a little much. What do you think? I'll hang up and listen. I just read they put there was an article on Dirt on Dirt, I think, with Kovac with him about kind of his reputation and what things have looked like lately. And he just said he's himself, and yeah, probably doesn't handle everything at the right time. But like East Bay, for instance, he made a good point where everyone was driving like an asshole, yet he's the one kind of in the center of it.
I think he got the raw end of the stick at East Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why he did, but I still think it was raw in the stick. I understand why he did because of past. I mean, it's like somebody's on probation.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why they sat him that one night, and I don't have a problem with it, but I agree with him in the fact that the perception of fans is that he's the asshole on the week, and he really wasn't, because everyone was driving.
I think he is trying too hard at the time because he does run his mouth a lot.
Run his mouth a lot.
Well, and like you said it here a while back. Yep. What makes him a badass? Has he ever gotten a fight? Has he ever beat anybody's ass? I mean, he talks as maybe he's auditioning for WWE. I mean, because he could definitely have a career in that afterwards.
Yeah, and I
mean, I don't dislike him. I liked him. My voice.
Same here.
I mean, he's a fast driver, and it's not that I don't dislike him, but it seems like sometimes he might try a little hard. But I'm not condone or criticizing him one bit, because that's what the sport needs. I've been a big advocate. You need a bad boy. Look at Kyle Busch in NASCAR. Look at Sammy for all the years in sprint cars. Look at Scott Bloomquist. You need some type of, because if you have the same old boring cookie cutter things like NASCAR, we need something. I mean, we don't need to be turning around hitting people head on the racetrack.
Yeah.
But a little bit of flair. He needs to tone it down a little bit on the.
He just needs to redirect
stuff.
it. He needs to redirect it.
But there's nothing wrong with flair and a little
arrogance.
Well, and a little badassness
even
if he don't beat anybody's Jack Hewitt. There's another one, but he showed results.
Well, and
he didn't talk about it
with Turbo. I understand I think anyone in racing, as close to it like we are, tearing up shit isn't the right answer.
We're not, according to Racer exclamation point. We're not close.
We don't know what we're talking about.
Well, you don't. We all know that.
Tearing up equipment is just not cool in this day and age.
Not on purpose.
And I think, to you, if you're saying we want these personalities, I don't disagree with you by any means, but that's when get out on the track, if you're that pissed off.
Yeah, don't take it out on the car and the car owner.
Yeah, get out on the track and flip them off, make a show for the fans type of thing.
Exactly.
That's another way to do it. Not to say that's perfect either, but you still look like the asshole a little bit, but you're not the guy. You don't look like what some people were saying, right? The rich kid that doesn't have to work on his stuff. Because I don't think that's Tyler Erb. I think he busts his ass, to be honest.
I think he works on his stuff pretty hard.
Yeah, and they race a lot. That's one thing I like about him, is he's just out there racing whenever and wherever he can. It's just a few things make you seem like
the destroying of your car is lack of respect for the car owner, I think. And somebody else's car, because we all know racing's expensive, and all the drivers bitch about how it's not enough money. A lot of team owners, which is true. That's why they bitch about it. So to go out there and purposely, you're going to do $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 worth of damage to your car, and saying, that is pure bullshit. 100%. But I'm not saying, go destroy everybody's car, but the flamboyance of, going down to somebody's trailer, yelling at them or calling them out. Come on, meet me at the truck stop. Let's go.
Well, and that's,
throw down.
When Duane's obviously a little older school than me, but I the family I came from, that's what it was. You didn't, tear up shit. You fucking went down to their hauler and said, "Hey, what the fuck's going on?"
Exactly.
And yes, that's not on the track. People may not see that, but that's how stuff gets worked out.
With all the cell phones and cameras and all that shit, trust me, it's going to get more hits probably than what's on the racetrack.
True. That's that is how it works nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. So, do a little bit of the badass stuff in the pits.
And I don't think he's trying hard to be the bad guy. And
the problem is you go in the pits and risking getting arrested anymore because somebody's
gotta know who you can hit. That's all it is. But as far as back to Chris's question, is he trying too hard or talking too much? I think he's himself. I think Tyler Erb is genuinely Tyler Erb. I don't think he's, I think if you catch him in the moment, he's spewing what he's feeling. And I don't think he's trying. I think he's just pissed off and about the situation. So that's how it goes.
So some of these tweets still pouring fuel on the fire,
Yeah.
With some of that. And you don't think that's trying too hard at times?
Not trying too hard. I think that's just him. I mean, and I'm not the only one I'm not saying that because I know him personally. Just other people I know that know him have said like, hey, he's genuinely himself, and there's something to be said for that. Scott Bloomquist, same guy.
Yep.
He doesn't literally.
He don't give a shit.
And that's the thing. Like, he does not give a shit. Like, he doesn't care if you're his friend or not.
Right.
Or if you like, and there's something to be said. There's good things about that and bad things about that. But that's the competitor mindset,
Well,
so.
Yeah, I mean, you're going there to win races, not win friends. I mean, you try to. It's not like you're trying to be a dick, but your main thing's to win races.
Mm-hmm. So, like we said, Tyler Erb does talk a lot or does say things about fighting, but never actually happens. That is what it is to me. Like, it's whatever. But, that is one thing I'd like to see if you're going to talk, back it up a little. But
gonna get the championship belt tonight, Bobby Pierce. I'm gonna put flying butt pliers on you.
Sunday. So, yeah, we'll see. It's and shit. 2021's barely started, so let's see. That's the thing. Herb couldn't race Volusia. He can't race. He's suspended for a full year from any UMP or World of Outlaw race. He can't race Bristol.
And that is when's that? Is that
August?
Is it August? I thought it was before that.
Well, wasn't it Cedar Lake when that happened?
That might be
USA Nationals, wasn't it?
Might be August. So that means
everyone's probably saying, "You dumb motherfucker!" No, you're wrong. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's late in the summer.
So I mean,
he would.
I
think no dream.
No dream.
It would be. I think he would be eligible if.
For
remember
100
for the 100, but that was an if. They said for sure a year.
Yeah.
So
they'll reinstate him.
I think so too. If he doesn't do anything too stupid between now and then with the Lucas schedule, because they're going to be watching him in other areas.
Well, and that's why he got short end of the stick.
Yeah,
in Florida at East Bay, because he's under the microscope. Like I said, it's like like letting Jeffrey Dahmer out of prison and going, "Oh, hey, there's walking down the street. Tell me people wouldn't be watching him." you know, I mean,
yeah. So we'll see how it goes for him in 2021. But Turbo's Turbo, I think, is the gist of the story.
Makes it exciting.
Yep. Scott Briggle asks, Elliott, how do you feel about Duane Hancock winning such a prestigious broadcasting award?
It is awesome. Elliott is still butthurt because even Dirty Devin, his team owner, the driver of the team that he owns, didn't even vote for him.
Yeah. I don't think he got asked to vote.
Oh, he did.
He did?
Yes. Okay. He didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Oh. So he didn't want to hurt my feelings, so he didn't vote for me.
Right. He didn't want to hurt your feelings and let you know that he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you own his car and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. He posted on Facebook. It's a phony award that a middle schooler obviously created on Microsoft Word with a terrible template.
Why is it phony? It was a poll. It doesn't matter how many people voted. It doesn't matter how many people voted.
What's the organization that
Ryan Missler Racing?
Oh, so it's phony, just like Ryan.
No.
Okay.
Sirius XM Radio.
Sirius XM Radio.
Yeah, all their podcast people.
Okay, because they're radio, but they have podcasts too.
They do. You can listen to podcasts on Sirius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Satellite radio with podcasts.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Some of their racing show personalities. Yeah.
They you know Dave Moody?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know Dave because he's on Sirius Racing.
He's serious.
Yeah, he's something. That's for sure.
But I don't know. I seen like 10 or 12 drivers that voted.
Yeah,
I did.
When?
Oh, it was on Facebook.
It was on Facebook.
They liked it. So
they liked your phony award.
That's not phony.
It's not phony.
It's legit.
Okay.
From
Duane. I understand you got a participation trophy in Pussified America that you love so much.
I was waiting for
that. I'm sorry. I will not rain on your parade.
Hey.
It's Pussified America with
participation
now I know what it
trophy
feels generation.
Now I know what it feels like to be Elliott when he was growing up.
Sadly, I was in between generations. I didn't even get participation trophies. I was just a loser.
Well,
nothing surprised you there, though.
No, I mean, I guess there's a lot to
be said about that. I didn't pay for things like you did.
What did I pay for?
$20, $20. That's what you said.
No.
Oh, geez. Graham Lagerlow.
What's up, mate?
Asks. Well, he didn't really ask. I think he's
Graham's a cool guy.
Replying. Says, after last week's podcast, I was thinking, yeah, it really hurt. He says, him thinking, not what Duane does in campers. If you're both top line, if you were both two top line racers, what would you give yourselves as a race nickname, and what do you think fans would give you? I'll help. Duane the Dangerman. I think it's supposed to say Danger Man, maybe. Hancock and Elliott Darkside Aldrich. So that's funny.
I thought it was King Cupcake.
Well, no, your official nickname is Rainbow Cupcake.
No.
It'd be Rainbow Cupcake Duane
Danger
Hancock.
Man, I like, because I'd say mine would be dangerous.
Chris Plummer replied. He says Elliott's would be the Cupcake, Elliott the Cupcake Aldrich, and Duane the Creepy Camper Hancock.
Wow.
So
Creepy Camper, that might be one. Kind of reminds me of Crawdad.
So mine would either be White Cheddar, stretch marks.
White Cheddar. What oh shit. Wow.
There's another one. I can't remember what it was. I made my wife laugh pretty hard.
Elliott Stretch Marks.
Yeah, that'd be my male stripper name, Stretch Marks.
Oh
god. And we're down to 3 listeners now.
Yeah, see, I think Graham's on something, because dangerous just sounds good with me, because my mom has always told me that my brain and my throttle foot does not work together. Like when I've done go-karts and when I ride motorcycles and snowball, I've tore up a lot of shit.
So Duane Dumbass Hancock? Duane
dangerous.
Dipshit.
It could be like the Unabomber. You never know when I'm going to explode.
I'm still a fan of Chocolate, Chad Wilson, by the way.
But so there's a lot of people.
That is like
I got a lot of comments on that.
That is a good freaking
For some reason,
nickname.
1011 did not like his nickname.
I don't even know what it was. Was it the Garage Racer 1011 or something? I don't know. Part-time 1011.
Farther last.
Yeah, that's true.
See, Dangerous. Yeah, I think Dangerous. That's a good one. Or it could be Who's Your Daddy?
Jesus.
The guy, one guy listening will like that.
Nice.
He's always sending me, Who's Your Daddy? Then I seen a car said that on there.
All right, whatever you guys talk about and send each other is fine.
I don't know. Probably.
I just know I don't.
The Destroyer. How about that? The Destroyer.
The car owner would probably agree with that.
So
one.
I do not own a car, because I know. Hey, but I didn't destroy Brad Johnson's car somehow. Amazingly,
yeah,
didn't even spin out.
Oh,
Destroyer. That sounds
Destroyer.
Good. Yeah,
I'm going with Elliott White Cheddar Aldrich. That's a good one. I still think yours should be just it's a Rainbow Cupcake.
No,
that'd be a good one for you.
Definitely not. Farthest from the truth.
Yes.
Farthest from the stretch of truth you could get.
Yeah.
It could be I don't know.
Okay. Next
Destroyer.
question. False. Rainbow Cupcake. Mike Britt asks, okay,
Mike.
Time to go racing. Yeah,
Right.
hopefully soon.
Hell yeah.
Now, what is your prediction on car count for Attica opener 410s and even them taxi cab late models? Mike is a sprint car guy.
Mike's
and
awesome.
Is there going to be snow on the ground for the opener? Thank you. Listen to your answer and we can take bets. Haha.
I like it. Mike likes a bet. Let's bet.
Yeah.
Go on, Elliott.
I'm not a betting man, really.
I know it.
I don't have enough money to bet as it is.
Well, because you got participation trophies.
You're the one that you're the one that got one, not me.
No. It's not a trophy, it's a certificate.
Certificate. Prediction on car count for 410s and the hex cabs at Attica opener.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it's not. I don't think we're gonna get like 54 like we did last opener, but that was because nobody was racing yet. So with the lovely 2020,
don't think there'll be snow on the ground because
I don't think we'd be racing if there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, I think even if it's, I don't think it'll happen the 19th. It might happen the week after, maybe. I hope it happens the 19th. I'm gonna say 34 410s and 21 late models.
I'd say 36 410s and 19 late models. that first race seems to be really weird with late models, hit or miss on car count.
It could be 70 degrees out, you know.
That's true. That is true. We'll
Let's
see.
say 34.
I'm just going to be happy as long as we're racing before June.
Yes.
As compared to last year.
I'm going to be somewhere. Well, there's Tennessee, Pennsylvania.
That's true. Yeah.
Sucks working every other weekend though right now. That's why I got to hire help.
Sucks when you're the boss, man.
I haven't had to work every other weekend during racing season for a long time, at least 15, 20 years.
That's me yawning.
It's not good.
All right. So now we got some fan questions over on Twitter.
That's all of ours.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Twitter.
Still trying to.
So, Jimmy Troy, Country Roads. What's his name? Country Roads Customs.
Yes. I meet this guy because he's liking all my stuff on Twitter and our Dirt Nerd stuff.
He's always on our Dirt Nerd stuff on Twitter. So
he must listen. Thanks for listening.
He does. How much is the average price of a rent a ride at the Chili Bowl? Also, did the big name drivers that normally don't race midgets have to pay to race? So I know Duane knows a little bit about that stuff.
It's a huge range of rental fees because you can get a not so great car like Johnny Murdoch says comes to mind. His cars, some of those you can get for $1,500 to $3,000
for the week.
Yes, I've seen some of them. People rent them and they don't start all week, or they,
they don't start all week.
Yeah. Wow. I've seen it. I seen it a couple years ago. A guy rented it, and I don't think he made one competitive lap all week. But you can get some 45 to 6,000-7,000 range, but then the big teams anywhere from 10 to 15. I know Claus Marshall was like 15 at one time.
Yeah.
And then some of them's crash clauses. Dom, I don't know if he rents his anymore. His was right around 65 or 7,000 with some crash clauses. But yeah, you'll see like Critter Malone, which he didn't race out there this year, but some teams, five range with. I always
heard 8 to 10.
Yeah, that's a good, because like I said,
for probably a good ride,
you can get one for $1,500, but you can get one for 15,000 too, and it depends on tires, crash damage, and all that stuff. So yeah, there's a wide range. And do the big name drivers have to pay? Some of them do, or they have sponsors that will.
Sponsors that will.
There is some free rides for sure, but some of the big name guys do have to pay something, or their sponsor does, or.
Like if you think about a company, one that I could see in the future doing something would be like a Dryden that says we want to get our name,
you'd think so,
visible there. They could pay for a driver to be in a top level ride, straight up, and it's plastered with their name across it. So,
just like Chase Briscoe, with their sponsors and that. I mean, it's all sponsor driven.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta pretty much bring something there. I mean, some guys. But a lot of guys have to bring something.
Yeah. Unfortunately, racing is not free, right? All right. Next question. Brady asks, what happened to the Hunt the Front guys and Dirt Daddy? Rumor about a falling out. So I don't know, Duane, you probably don't know.
I do not know anything about it.
I
haven't heard much about them lately, so I didn't know.
Yeah, well, so they're Hunt the Front's still doing their videos like normal. They've bought a new house, new hauler rig, and their one crew guys racing crates too now.
I did see that.
Which is all fair and dandy, but yeah, their dad was started racing crates too. It has his own channel too, as well as the crew guy Jesse's his name. They all have their own YouTube channels on top of the Hunt the Front main one, and I honestly have no idea. I haven't talked to Jonathan or Josh, his twin brother.
And I thought maybe it's just because they haven't been racing a lot.
Yeah, and that could be too. I saw that the dad has a car for the year, and
so I mean I've seen some stuff like that, but I just thought maybe it's because I really
and I could just see it being like I think the brother Joseph that races, he's the one racing mostly, and his dad worked together hauling stone or sand or something. They have their own business, so. I could just see their dad doing his own thing because he has his own life, his own small setup. You know, he just wants to race locally, and the
Right.
boys doing kind of the bigger type of stuff. So I honestly don't know anything about it, to be honest. I haven't talked to those guys in a while.
There's
but
shock. Elliott don't know something.
Yeah. So
very surprised.
I don't know, and yeah, I don't know. Not my place to pry, I guess, either. Not
Why not?
Not that I really care that much.
You're
either.
an investigative podcast reporter. What the hell?
No, I'm not.
Why do people even listen to us? They want answers.
I don't know. You're doing a good job of promoting the show, though. Thanks a lot. Good job.
You can't even answer anything.
Yeah. Well, you're the fucking nose to the grindstone guy here. You're supposed to know all the you don't even know what the hell did we ask about earlier? You didn't know. Yeah. You know.
You know that thing.
That one thing.
You know that thing.
You son of a bitch.
That one thing.
Blake Dow asks, Washboard Ab 72, Blake Dow, if Dirt Nerds handed out awards, who would be nationwide most improved driver for late models and sprint cars for 2020? And who would be early candidates for 2021? Keep up the great work. Look forward to hopefully meeting you guys this year. Yeah, Blake, if you've got a camper, Duane will be right there. Anyway.
Yeah, I kind of met Blake for a few seconds at Kokomo as he was walking out.
Oh.
Said hey.
Said
didn't
hey.
really get talk.
Said
well,
hey.
we didn't see each other till then, or really till then. It was right at the end. So
yeah, so most improved driver for 2020 for models, late models and sprint cars, and candidates for 2021. That's a loaded one, man.
You going first? You want me to go first?
You go first, because I can't think of anyone.
2020, good. I'm going to say late models, Cade Dillard. Sprint cars. It's probably going to sound weird, but I'm going to say Carson Macedo. Because Carson, he was good in the All-Stars, and then he kind of, I don't want to say he turned bad, but he was just kind of.
Yeah, mid-pack.
Yeah. And towards the end of the season, he was very, very consistently getting up front.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that happening this year. I mean, all indications was. So I'm going to say Carson Macedo. For 2021, I'll tell you who really he's a guy that I always pay attention to just because of Dirt Draft, because he's usually way down on the list. And I pick him because he had a lot of provisionals. But yeah, I've used too many provisionals so far as Tyler Bruning.
Yeah.
He's 5. He's been in top 10 every race.
Started off strong in Florida.
Yeah, and he's in the top. I think he's 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere right in there. The World Outlaw late model points right now. So I'd definitely say, and he just seems. I mean, not that, but he just seems.
No, that's a good one. Yeah,
I just think he seems more. Well, last year wasn't his rookie year on the tour or not?
For Lucas Oil.
Okay.
Yeah, I think him and Clanton. I don't know. They haven't decided which way they're going yet. And Clanton had to sit out because he had COVID early in the East Bay weeks.
But yeah, so I would say because he just looks, I mean, he's battling up front.
Yeah, that's definitely good. I forgot all about him, but yeah, that's a good one.
And sprint cars, now his World Outlaw results didn't show it. And I don't know. I'm still on the fence about him, but I'm going to say Mason Daniels because he struggled a lot last year. Struggled a lot. And this year, not so much the Outlaw shows because he struggled a little bit there, but he's raced his way into a lot of shows beforehand. And towards like Arizona, he was okay he broke. And the All-Star races he was doing, making A's and running decent in heat races and stuff. And, he was struggling doing that last year no matter where he raced. So I'm going to say, there's potential to be. And so I would say he's definitely got the potential to be for sure the most improved driver.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank on who exactly to, I would, it's hard to, so late models, like I'm trying to think, it's kind of hard to pick. Like for 2021 with the rookie class for the World of Outlaw late models, like I'd like to say Ross Bales, but Ross has been pretty accomplished.
Well, he was the other one I was thinking of for last year.
Yeah.
For 2020 is most improved because But Dillard to me had a little better year.
So I would say 2020. Another one that comes to mind is Ricky Thornton Jr.
That's true.
In the late models.
Yeah, I didn't think about him.
He had some good success. He won Pittsburgh.
Strickler probably could be too.
Strickler's another one to keep an eye on for this year, I'd say too. With we're a lot of points lead right now coming out of Florida.
Yeah.
So there's a few good names there. Definitely nothing wrong with them for last year and this year. Sprint cars, it's kind of tough because the young guys are good now.
Yeah, I almost said Jacob Allen for last
year. I was kind of thinking him for this year.
But
because he had one win last year, his first win, 7 years, and maybe he's setting himself up for more success this year. And then it's kind of hard to find that name of younger guy racing that much. I know one for this year, someone we've talked to, Cole Macedo. Now he's signed with a new team with Ray Brooks Racing with our friends Mike and Steph, Linder. Yes. But last year he, had some moments of brilliance and they kind of got away from him. So hopefully this year, obviously he's racing mostly local, but hopefully the results come through.
Yeah, he's doing, pretty solid schedule.
Oh yeah, I saw their schedule. But they're going to race Eldora
shows, all of them.
Yep, and that's they're going to go to Fort Crown Eldora show, not to kind of the other ones. They're going to go to Sharon and some of those shows too. But I feel like Cole, his first year here, I don't think showed his talent and success he can have. So I would like to see.
And he was still learning, and I think he realized some of his earlier mistakes too, and he'll tell you that.
And he got them figured out towards the end of the year. Yeah. Just a couple things here and there, Yeah,
he was fast. He just
So I'd like to see for Cole. Like I said, it's not a big national name, right? But
kind of is. His brother's on the Outlaw tour, and he's got a lot of eyes on him from California.
And so I think he's going to be one to watch in our area, especially. We'll be lucky to have him around. So
all right, see, that puts a whole new twist because we got some. Our area will be interesting.
Yeah, he's the one that just comes to mind because he'll have top level equipment, and he'll get the race against the Outlaws when they come to Attica and All Stars often and stuff like that. So we'll see what he can do. But
because a local guy. But even though he's going to do a lot of 360s, could be Tyler Gunn running somebody else's stuff. When I talked to him, he says the Florida was the most relaxed he's been at track in 4 or 5 years. When you're relaxed and can have some fun and not have to worry about a lot of stuff. But unfortunately, he's going to be I don't want to say unfortunately, but for us, it's not going to be running the 410s as much. He's going to be up in Michigan running the 360. So it'll be interesting. He'll give Horseman and Daggett and
Dahlman.
Yeah, see how he can do up there. And he's gonna run some 410 stuff. But I would say those are all pretty good. And late model wise, I don't know.
Yeah,
I would say
it's a mixed bag there too.
Well, and to me, Bruni really impressed me.
No, you're right. That's a good one. Did. He impressed a lot of people.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, there's be
he's not going to be a $16,000 dirt draft pick anymore.
All right. Well, that's it for fan questions, man.
What a deal.
We
got some fans.
That's right. I figured it's time to bring them back, right?
There you go.
I don't got anything else to spout off. Do you, Duane?
Can't think of anything. Millstream schedule came out.
I did see that. Yes.
Race until October 24th.
Like Sundays, mix of late models and sprint cars, starting in May
9th.
I think they have 2 practice days in April, but the racing's in May. Have we seen purses yet?
No.
Okay.
I know they're going to work on that. And matter of fact, during the show, when I was looking at my phone, he actually messaged me about getting with him, and I didn't kind of read it all, but I know he's talked to me about purse before. He sounds like he wants to be the best. I'm wording that wrong. It's not like, I got to be the best. I got to be the best. But it sounds like he wants to be a little more than what our local ones are during the week, because he knows 1 is a Sunday.
Yep.
2, he's third fiddle, basically, because you got your guys that's running Attica, you got your guys running Fremont, you guys got your guys running Wayne County, and maybe running somewhere else, or maybe even your Mercer, Lernerville, so he's not anybody's main track right now. So he's got to draw you in from somewhere.
Yep.
And his logic is that he needs to be very competitive, or maybe even a little more on pay, to draw you in from to ask you to race a second night or a third night for some people. You know, some Oakshade guys would be a second night. Well, if you run Attic and Oakshade, then you're trying to get, so he knows that he can't, like he says, he goes, I want quality shows. So I know I got to pay good money, but I know I also have to pay a little more because I'm asking people to race 3 nights a week.
Yep.
A lot of them, or
that's
2
attitude.
nights a week. That's not racing to, you know?
Yeah.
So I ain't saying it's going to be 80% more than anybody else, or like, oh, I got to be the best. It's more of, I'm asking these guys to be out of their element or to produce more. So I think I got to pay them a little more. So I don't know if that means, you know, late models, if that means it's going to be,
it could mean
2,000 to win 200 stars.
Yeah. I say it could mean pay a little more through the field, maybe. And stuff like that. But.
Or for sprint cars, I don't know, you know.
No, that's good. That's a good attitude to have.
Right. I think so too. I mean, even if it's $25-$50 more or something, I mean,
yeah. So,
but then if you do that for 3 classes, you're talking
a
bit of money.
I will say I do like that their schedule is, you know, 2 or 3 classes on a Sunday night, especially. Yeah. That is a big challenge around here is, you know, the past owners, promoters of, you know, Millstream, it's like the Sunday night, you got to get people out of there.
Well, and he says he's gonna be very anal on that. He says that's one of his biggest pet peeves just in life, on everything. And he says that's why he brought a team that's worked together, the flagman, the pit steward, and race director, or whatever. They've all worked together. That way it's not new people trying to be like, oh, okay, you know. So I know, and he's doing the compact deal with the sprints and I agree with him. Like he says, he used to race a street stock or whatever. And you used to be able to do that when, especially a guy like him and our ages, used to go there and you get a street stock of that. Well, you can't, you go to late mile races or sprint car races, that you're talking $30,000 car just to start.
Yeah.
That's it. Used equipment, that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. You're talking a $60,000-$70,000. That's, well, there ain't gonna be too many people in the stands going, yeah, I'd love to do that. Oh, I can't. But 3, 4, or 5 grand, you can get a very good compact. So he's getting that entry level
class
deal. Like you said, Chad Cuminall used to race street stocks at Millstream, come sprint car driver. Butch Strader, you know, Jerry Bauer stocks, street stocks, to late model. You know what I'm saying? So I like that part. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. And yeah, I'm waiting to see the purses because I think that's going to determine a lot on what he gets, especially the late models.
Late models, especially.
I think that's going to be.
Our guys do not like to go outside their element.
Yeah. So, and I hope they support him big because, I mean, he's got a 3 and 5 year plan of this deal and he wants it to be like it is. He don't want a ton of shows. He wants to do it like this because, like he said, doing every other week, if one of them, this is not every show, but if one of them gets rained out and there's an opening for the next weekend, like somebody's not racing or it fits well for everybody, then you got an opportunity of, okay, hey, we'll make that one up next week, especially if everybody's already there and pays and say a rainstorm comes in or something. So I think he's got the right idea and he's got the right mindset. So hopefully the support comes there.
Yeah, we'll see. It's I gotta see. I know I've been hit or miss with updates and stuff. So
well, and I think 305s is gonna be big. I think late models is gonna be the biggest and 305s because
305s, if you pay those guys any good money, they're gonna come out of the woodwork.
Well, yeah, especially on a Sunday. That's what I mean. Right now it's 200 start or 100. Well, I think it's getting up. We'll see. I think there's going to be some purse increase, but it's going to be basically 200 to start. But to pull, most of those guys are pulling an hour and a half away from where they usually race. So, yeah. And if you pay them a little more, then like I said, I think the late models, I think he's definitely going to have to pay a little more than what Attic and Oakshade does.
Yeah.
To
get them to come because you're pulling a lot of them away from their normal areas too.
Well, and if he did, if he's going to do a standard Oakshade or Attica and Fremont 410 purse for which I think he's planning on that or a little more. If you did that for the late models, you probably get a ton of late models.
Oh yeah, that'd be a big purse for late models. So
which they need.
Yeah, we don't have a top tier paying track around here. I mean, everything's to market. Don't get me wrong, between the tracks, that's what the market holds right now. But if someone would go up a little higher, that was one thing, like with Gas City Run late models. I said, it would be nice if you bumped the purse up. Just saying, like when they didn't, but that's why you get 20 cars.
Even if they made it probably 2,000 to win and 200 start, and increase second, third,
yeah.
I mean,
my thing is, if you're on top 5, you don't feel rewarded for running 5th, like. That's a problem. You want to get guys to feel like it's worth their time to finish.
One good thing is it sounds like the late models and modifieds will be UMP.
Yes, I did see that.
So that'll help.
Yes,
guys like Rusty, Bowersock.
Well, I mean, the guys that want to run UMP points for sure.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that'll help.
Rusty for sure. I mean, even like if you race a good amount between Attica, Oakshade, or you race both every week, I mean, you still get a good start. But if
But if you go to Millstream and let's say there's going to be 25, 30 cars, you get a chance of getting extra points for those guys.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see. I know Millstream is just I know you've talked with the new guy, Scott is his name.
Yes.
And you got
like
good.
I said, he just messaged me and I got a great feeling from him, man.
And we were both kind of skeptical at first.
As long as they don't handcuff him and he thinks he knows how to do that. Or to keep that from happening, because he's not a rookie with the owners, and we won't go down that road a whole lot, but he is. The owners used to have an ARCA team. He pretty much ran their ARCA team. So he's not a virgin of working with them by any means. And like you said, they're actually like, they do, like they come to his kid stuff. They go to their kid, So, I mean, there's a good relationship there that's worked for 30 years. So hopefully that transitions to the racetrack.
Yeah, we'll see.
So far it hasn't with 5 or 6 other people.
Anyone else with lots of money to make it happen.
So
that's the thing.
Well, that's saying
people had the money to do
Scott
it.
doesn't have a lot of money to do it. It's all going to have to be based on. That's why he needs support. It's going to be based on. I mean, he's going to have a little bite, but not.
He needs people in the gate.
Yes, it needs to be self-sufficient.
Yes.
Because he's got some big plans too. It needs to be self-sufficient.
But even with the Hangover 2, he had to cancel now.
But he took some shit for that, but
I don't blame him. I
no,
would too.
Like you said, he's got to scrap. Well, like I said, it came to a point, the track could be okay, but now there's 12 inches of snow in the pits in the parking lot. You can't bring haulers in or trucks and trailers.
But, canceling that, whatever. But one thing he did was he had a bunch of extra money lined up for that. And that race isn't like a grand paying race, but he got connections with some people in town that's close to Findlay, Ohio, to help put some money up for some things, and that's the kind of stuff he needs to do. So hopefully that transitions into the summer too.
And that track's always done that, so that shows me already that people's willing to do that. So hopefully
we'll see.
Hopefully.
Well, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for tuning in and watching all that good stuff. As always, if you want the free decal, you just got to send us a message and we will send you one for free. It's just that easy. The Duane camper decals, specials, the creepy camper Duane, our $5 donation via PayPal. You can hit that up on our social media places. You'll see posts there, and I'll always put them up. So those are $5 donations. 100% of that sale goes to Hoserville, Ohio. Those hats are also for sale. I probably don't mention that as much as I should. The $25.
See, I'm trying to help.
There's a Whistle Stop logo on the one side, Dirt Nerds logo on the front, and Propane can do that on that side. So
for me not promoting the show,
$25 sale on that bad guy. Just hit us up on social media, message us, and we'll make arrangements that way too. So, all right, that's it for me, Duane.
That's it for me.
Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone for listening.
Yes.
We will see you next week. As always, stay dirty. We will see you next time.